Hi everyone, this is Megan Sullivan. I'm here with Toby Stoltz from Warhorse. We are playing Kingdom Come Deliverance, and today we're going to show off the fighting mechanic. So, Toby, where are we right now?
We are right now in the beta of Kingdom Come Deliverance. To be more precise, we are here near Talmberg, which is the new castle and area we are showing in the beta of Kingdom Come. And we just went a bit up the road along the stone quarry we have here. And yeah, so we are here in the countryside of today's Czech Republic, Bohemia to be more precise. And we are here in the year 1403, in a time where the Civil War started in Europe and affected a big part of European culture.
And we're going to go pick a fight so we can show off the combat mechanic. And my first question is, are there dedicated combat classes in this game?
Well, not really. What you will play Henry, the son of a blacksmith, and he will train and he will do the stuff you want him to do. That means that if you want to fight by a sword or by an axe or something like that, you can do that, of course, and you can choose whatever you want to make him do in the game. But you cannot choose in the beginning, like, I want to be a mage, I want to be a melee fighter, I want to be an archer or something like that. But it's more about the way how you, as I said, decide to make him work and live in the game. So yeah, I have to stop because here's someone who wants to fight me. Hello, sir.
He has very unusual armor.
Yes, that's...
And he's not speaking English.
No, he's talking Hungarian, in fact. I will just move backwards so we have a bit time to say something. He is Hungarian, actually. Or, to be more precise, he's Cuman. And Cumans are something like... Well, you can imagine them like Mongols. They are very like an Asian tribe that got pushed out of Asia. And in 1403 they already lived 200 years in Hungary. And they are... You can, well, kind of say that they are the bad guys here, because the bad king of Hungary, who's attacking Bohemia, used them as a nomadic tribe. And as you see, they look very oriental. They use Hungarian language here. And, and he is a bit aggressive towards me.
Yes.
So what you see is that they will be here all over the world. They're attacking Bohemia, and they will also have random encounters where you walk through the forest, picking up mushrooms, and then a bad guy is attacking you, like it happened right now. So let's try to fight him.
So we have what looks like a 5-pointed star. And what is that about?
Exactly. What I am doing here with the right stick, I'm playing on the gamepad, is that I can choose the way from where I want to attack. So from, for example, the head, left, right, shoulder, or my horse, and the bottom, left, right. And this is important because what we do in our game, in our fighting system, is we calculate the physical collision between your weapon and the armor type the guy is wearing. So if he wouldn't wear a helmet, it would be very clever to attack the head, because it would give us a big bonus on the. It would give us a big bonus because he has no helmet, right? So that's why we can choose the different ankles here. And if you choose them and combine them cleverly, you can even execute. Oh.
Oh, wait, he's running away.
He's running away.
After him.
He is obviously he was bleeding or something. We can, if you hurt someone very much, you can start to bleed, and we have some kind of moral system that if we think like, I can make it, or in this case, he's running backwards all the time, I'm tired of that, he can run away, which he just did.
So is that common that enemies will retreat if they feel like they can't win a fight?
Yes, of course, they can retreat, and we have even another interesting thing is there is some kind of mercy option. That means that if you are fighting someone who, I don't know, who's technically a good guy, but you made him mad because you tried to intimidate him, and he said, well, okay, then let's fight, he can actually beg for mercy and tell, well, just kidding. So you don't have to kill anyone here if you don't want to, and that's even like the core of Kingdom Come. Fighting is, of course, a big feature in the game, but if you don't want to fight, you can try to avoid it as much as possible. So yes, there will be big battles, there will be castle sieges, there will be a point where you just have to grab the sword and defend your country pretty much. But if you decide to be more the quiet guy and more the good guy, more the negotiation type, then you can try to solve many quests just by talking, just by sneaking, just by doing intrigues and these kind of stuff. And this is interesting, I guess.
So if I'm a fighter, what type of weapons will I be able to use in Kingdom Come?
We want to show all common weapons from 1403, from this type of this period. So expect long swords, short swords, shields, of course, halberds and spears, axes and maces, hammer, everything like this. What we don't show for sure is chain weapons, because we tried with the combat system in Kingdom Come, we try to be as realistic as possible. It's so-called HEMA, it's historical European martial arts, so it's a real sword fighting style practice in Europe in medieval times. It's called even the German school of fencing. And we try to recreate that somehow. Of course, well, it's just a game, so we have to do some kind of compromises here and there, but still we try to be as authentic as possible. And since we put so much effort in the combat, we had to say that we can't use the chain weapons because we couldn't bring them up to the monitors in a way we would like them. But never say never, and if everything works out, there's plenty of options for later weapons, of course, and later features in the game, in different games, for example, or later Kingdom Come titles.
So do these weapons ever break or get dull? Do I need to sharpen my swords, clean my clothes, stuff like that?
Well, of course, the more you use your weapon, the more they can get destroyed, the more they can get blunt, for example. Your armor can get destroyed, and you have to take care of every particular thing you wear or use in combat. Like, for example, your weapon can get blunt, you have to sharpen it again before you can use it again. Your armory can get destroyed and then won't protect you anymore. And since, you are the son of a blacksmith, so you should be able to take care of it. On the other hand,
you don't want to disappoint your dad.
No, of course not. And on the other hand, you can just bring it to a shopkeeper and or a weapon armorer, a weapon blacksmith, and he will repair it for you. So of course there will be several ways how you should prepare yourself and how you should take care of your stuff.
Now, how do you level up your combat skills?
Well, in general, it's like do something in order to get something, no matter if quests or mini games or leveling. So if you, for example, want to level your sword fighting skills, then use the sword, of course. If you want to level your speech skill, then talk. So this is the way how you level your skills and how you do that in game. And in general, as I said, the more you use something, the better you get something. But sometimes, for example, for the stealth, there are different types of mechanics we are using. So if you are moving somewhere, if you are in a place where you are not supposed to be and no one sees you actually, then with this, like with the information that you are there, you will train your stealth level. So it's a combination of different mechanics and systems we have there, but in general, as I said, do something in order to get something.
So for armor, how much armor can you wear? Can you layer armor? Is there different types of armor?
Yes, so I will just show it here in our very small inventory. You have on the right side, you can see the different slots. You have 6 on the right, 4 on the bottom right, left, and then on the bottom left you see different types of weapons. So what you can see here is a 14 slots system where you can layer different types of armor over each other. So if you go over on the armory, you can see that you have different types of armor here, and you can physically layer them over each other. So on the bottom, for example, you wear a linen shirt. Then you have a thick gambeson. We don't have a full plate armor right now with us, but you can, over the thick gambeson, you can put a full plate armor or a brigandine or something like this. And then on top the brown hood. This sounds like something that is just cosmetic, but in fact this is a real layering system where you put different types of armor, different types of fabrics or material over each other, because every piece of armor is good against a different type of weapons or attack. We have slash attacks, we have stabbing attacks, and we have blunt attacks. So if you wear something soft, these things are good against blunt weapons, obviously. If you wear something like a full plate armor, that's good against swords and sharp weapons. So you have to find out in a smart way what's the best combination of armor, and it's not like a number in your inventory, armor 200 or something like this, but it's really the particular type of armor you, for example, wear on your shoulder. So you have a metal shoulder plate, just a linen shirt, a linen cap, for example. So you are very, like, you can get hit on these type of places. So as I said, it's a combination of different things again, and that's the way how we do it, and that's even the way how you should prepare in a fight. So if you know that you're about to fight bandits, for example, who most likely can't afford a full plate armor, then better take a sword. And on the other hand, they will maybe have just maces and axes, so maybe just use something which is softer to be safe against those types of weapons. So yeah.
So what about combat items? Can you take anything, like can you create or buy health potions or anything that will buff your stats or anything like that?
Well, yes, you can. You have to. We don't want to do a medieval simulation. That's extremely important to understand. So sometimes, of course, we have to bend realism and bend historical accuracy in order to have it, to make it a fun gameplay. So yes, there will be alchemy, but alchemy always sounds, for most of the people, it sounds like a magical thing. We avoid magic and fantasy at all, but like the alchemy thing is more like just imagine it like herbalism or today's alternative medicine. So this is something we have in the game as well. So the alchemy you can do in our game, you can do potions, of course. You can have different types of potions, like we have something that cures diseases, or which helps you buffs your archery skills and something like that. It sounds like a magic potion, of course, so that's like the bending of realism a bit, but in fact in many of those recipes we have, they really use them somehow back then, like these type of medicines. So we have a full-time historian who's checking a lot of things in the studio, in the game, and she's even checking like the recipes we are showing in the game, if it could be something they brewed back then. We have even alcohol brewing. Oh, it will be in the game, the alcohol brewing. So yes, we try to be as realistic as possible again there, but with like close one eye if you see a special potion there. So yeah, we have a combination of that. But what you can also do is you can loot everyone on this world. So if you kill someone who has, I don't know, a full plate armor or the armor of the bad guys, so you can completely loot them, take their armor, sneak into the bandit camp and something like this, and they will not recognize you. And if you bleed, that's also something that can happen. If you're fighting with someone and you get heavy hit and you're starting to bleed, you will have to bandage yourself. You just can't eat something or drink something to be healthy again. You will have to stop the bleeding by using bandages. So we have different combinations again of mechanics which we want to show and introduce to the world.
So you mentioned that you can actually get diseases in this game. You have to find cures for that. So what's an example of something that you can get?
It's not that you go out to the woods and then you will get sick or something like this. It's more like villagers might have some, like, I don't know, for example, there's a quest called Sick Bastard, and the guy has he has the runs. And he describes it in a very, let's say, colorful way. And you have to help him. If you want, you can, because he's a bad guy in the village. People say bad things about him because he's obviously not nice to the women, and he's like a shouting guy and stuff like this. And you will have to help him if you want, and by creating an antidote or an anti-poison antidote for him. So this will help him. But on the other hand, you can even create potions poisons in the alchemy laboratory, and you can even try to poison the entire village if you want, which sounds like a fun thing in the first place, but in the second place it might even help you. It could be even a creative solution for quests. Like, for example, you need to steal something from a house or something from somewhere, and if you poison the food of this particular guy you need to steal something from, you can make him stay at home because he gets sick from this potion. So this might be a creative solution for some kind of quest or something. So yeah, that's something we have as well.
Now, eventually you get a horse that you can travel around with. Do you get to do any kind of combat from horseback, or is it just for travel purposes?
To be very honest, horseback fighting is a huge feature we want to have in the game for sure. This is like an awesome thing and like extremely important, and we want to have it. But again, we wanted to do it in a way we would be satisfied with it, and most likely, well, we are working on it right now, but most likely it won't make its way into Kingdom Come Deliverance, at least the first part, because again, this is something we wanted to have in a perfect way, and we are not on the state we want to show it or present it. So we will most likely keep that for later games. Oh, look here.
Oh no.
poor guy.
Oh,
Well,
no.
bandits are running the countryside, and bandits are attacking the world, so
Can we find some bandits?
of course we can. We don't spawn anyone on this world, so everyone is living and doing something somewhere. So we don't cheat anything for quests or something. So all the bandits you will have to fight, all the bad guys somewhere, are somewhere hiding or somewhere living or somewhere in a bandit camp or something, and we can totally by accident trip over them. Well, we can just find the bandit camp and try to sneak in and get some information, or just go inside and then face the consequence because they want to fight you, right? Or rob you or something like this. So yeah, we can also find random bandits and humans. This guy who attacked us earlier was kind of random. We put him there, so it's semi-random. but yeah, we want to have random encounters in the game as well. Bandit troops. Well, it was a time of civil war, the civil war broke out a few years later. So yeah.
Do different enemies have different skills?
Yes, you need to understand here that since we don't have magic and fantasy and these kind of elements, we have to come up with reasonable things for everything. And in several games, like in most of the RPGs which are cool right now, you have like tons of monsters you can slay, and every monster look different, and every monster has another spell or more sharper teeth or something like this. And here we have pretty much only human like opponents. Sometimes they can be a bear or something in like wild animals in the forest, of course, which can attack you. But yeah, of course there are different types of people here, and not different types of monster. So you can, and we want to have that as well and bring it up somehow and make it fun. So you can have a total noob on the sword, and according to his skills he has different set of animations. So he might be like very stupid maybe in combat, not knowing good stuff, or not knowing good combats, not knowing how to attack. So he will have also visible and different animations than a super sword master guy, who will be way tougher in fighting, who will take more. He will not take more hits, but he will have a better armor, for example. And yeah, so we even want that Henry, the person you are playing, incarnating, that you are not a good fighter from the beginning. You will always have the personal skills. So if you are skilled as a player, then you are a good fighter. But once you go through the world, once you meet sword masters, sword trainers, they will teach you new combats, new moves, new ways how to fight. It's an RPG in the end, so you will get faster with the sword, you will get better in blocking and stuff like this. But yeah, so this is something that you have to learn through the game.
So there's weather dynamics in this game, which is really cool. Does the weather at all affect maybe your visibility during combat, or if you have a bow and arrow, and you get the bow wet, does that affect anything at all?
Well, at least it affects the light in the world, because if it starts to really heavily rain, it gets so dark that you should go in the woods again, because like you see, I'm right now in a very big forest in the north here of the map, and you see it's like a huge forest, and you can extremely easily get lost in there. Well, I'm partially lost already. So yeah,
we went bandit hunting, and then we just got sidetracked by the absolutely beautiful graphics.
Thank you.
It's a very huge
bow.
There's
a rabbit.
Big is the,
Hunt the rabbit.
So you can hunt in this game.
Yes, but I don't have a bow. Well, I can try to get him with the sword, but this is like, well, let's spare his life. Oh, he's lost somewhere.
Uh-oh.
Spare his life.
Yeah, let's be nice.
Yes, we
We'll
like
nice.
rabbits. So, what was the question? I got distracted by the rabbit.
Weather.
Yes,
weather
weather system. Yes, of course. We have a dynamic weather system, which will affect the world somehow. So, of course, it will get. Maybe we will see it once we play through. It will get very. What's the word? Well, my English is not the best, but it will get. Well, the visibility will fall, so there will be. How's it called when you can see bad? It's in San Francisco a lot of times.
Fog.
Fog, exactly. That's the word I missed. I lost. Well, yes,
Okay.
there can be fog in the game, so the more foggy it is, the less you can see, of course. The rain will affect the villagers. It's not in the beta right now, but they should then stop their work, stop their thing, and run away from the forest and from the rain and try to hide. You will see that, as I said, the world will be, or the scenery around you will be very dark, so it will be hard to navigate. The rain is dynamic thing, so all the drops will really touch the water surfaces, so you will see even on the water you will see those small like circles when it starts to rain. And yeah, so this will be also a part in the game which might be interesting for combat or battles or something like this. So maybe rather fight in good sunny conditions, or on the other hand maybe rather fight in dark conditions. So yeah.
All right, cool. Well, we weren't able to find bandits, but I thought it was really cool that we ran into, what was it called, a cumin?
Yes, cumins with C.
C.
Humans.
Sea humans.
Sea humans.
All right, cool. Well, I think we learned a ton of stuff about the combat today, which is really cool. And we got a gorgeous look at all the different environments in the game. We got to see a village, we got to see a forest, found out that there is hunting in the game, which is really cool. So for more on Kingdom Come Deliverance, keep it locked here on IGN.